Well, we're backstage with President Trump. Great to see you again, sir.
Thank you very much.
Sounds like the Republicans are going to take back control of the Congress. And what would you like to see them do first? What should be priority number one if they do take back control?
Number one, take back. That's what has to be number one. We have to take it back. These are radicalized, horrible people that hate our country. What they're doing with the open borders and the judges and all of the things they've been doing is so sad. And then you look at Afghanistan as a topper, the way they came out. We were coming out, and we were coming out strong with dignity. There's never been a lower point than what happened with Afghanistan, in my opinion. So we've got to, number one, we've got to win the House, and I think we can win the Senate also. We should win the House, maybe handily, and I think we should win the Senate.
We heard some lock him up chants for Dr. Fauci out there. What about holding Dr. Fauci accountable?
Well, he is accountable. He's somebody that has done some pretty poor work. You know, with me, he wanted to keep it open to China, keep it open to Europe. We would have lost hundreds of thousands more people. But he wasn't a big factor in my administration. But Biden has made him a big factor, and they have done a horrible job on COVID, or the China virus, as I call it. But they've done a horrible job.
What would you be doing differently right now when it comes to COVID?
Well, one thing, no mandates. The mandates are killing our economy. I'm convinced that when you have supply chain problems, you can't get paper, you can't get lumber, they can't build houses, they have no nails, they have nothing. And I think to start off with, the mandates are a disaster, and people just aren't working. You can't get people to work because of the mandates. So that would be the first thing I'd do, because I think it would straighten up, help straighten the economy. The other thing you have to do, unrelated to that, but you have to do, is we were energy independent, and now we're reliant on OPEC and Russia, and we're reliant on all of the people that it's like it was 5 years ago. We had energy independence, and if you remember, $1.87 a gallon.
Right.
To fill up your car. $1.87, now it's up to $6, $7. In California, it's over $7.
When people look at this Nord Stream 2 deal, you were holding Russia accountable for that. And no one can understand why the Biden administration or Democrats would not go forth with these sanctions in Ted Cruz's bill last week.
Well, somebody got a lot of money. If you look at the money part of it, somebody got money, but we had it stopped. And it's also very bad for Europe. You know, they supply the energy to Europe. If they ever get into a little fisticuffs, it's going to be pretty bad where they say, guess what, we're turning off your energy. So they're closing up plants, and they're reliant on Nord Stream. And I was the one that brought it up. You would have never heard the term. I brought it up. I ended it. And now Biden approves it, and they're going to be completing it fairly soon. It's a disgrace.
We got a charged up crowd out there, and they're very excited to see you, very excited to see Kari Lake. This is going to be an important state in 2022. What do you think is the most important election issue for the voters of 2022 in Arizona?
I think the borders for Arizona certainly are. And that, you know, the whole country is a border if you think about it. You know, they're pouring throughout the country, but for Arizona and Texas in particular, the borders are a terrible, terrible problem. We have millions of people coming into our country, and you know, many are coming from prisons of other countries. Over 129 countries, they said last week. They're people from 129 countries. It's not just like Mexico and Honduras and, you know, et cetera. They had 129 countries, and they're emptying out their prisons. The United States is a dumping ground for a lot of people that are not the people that we want.